Man child, why you always come a running to me? Fuck my life. Da-na-na-na-na-na, set me free. I don't really know all the words to that, but shout out to Sabrina Carpenter, Man Child.
I
Hey
gotta
y'all.
gotta listen to that one.
It grew on me kind of, but like it's not my favorite. But it's
Uh,
fitting for these episodes of Summer House.
Very fitting.
But hey y'all, what's up? I'm Brandon. Welcome to the Shade of It All.
I'm Maggie.
Oh,
Welcome.
we are here for the new season of Summer House. How sweet. Are you excited, Maggie, to start this journey?
What a hard launch, Brandon. This season started off. We didn't even have a chance to catch our breaths.
No,
Like, oh shit, which
not
I
even a
love.
little
It's
bit.
They said, we're jumping right in, feet first, head first, neck first.
No, it's just like it's low-key been like so awkward. And like I love it because I love the show, but I'm like, I didn't expect to feel like this uncomfortable watching it.
No, not at all.
Like I knew Amanda and Kyle were gonna be going through it. But I don't know. I guess I just didn't anticipate that they would both be in a competition to see who they can make feel the most uncomfortable in a public setting. Like in front of all their friends.
You know what my favorite part is one party is way more bothered than the other.
Hmm.
But it gets awkward really quick. Like you could cut this tension with a knife. Like, goddamn, like it's serious.
No, it's like bad. Like it's I'm glad they announced their separation before.
Oh yeah.
Um
Otherwise everybody would just be like, "Girl, what are we doing?"
no, it would just and some people are. They're like, "You know what? You know who you married." And you know what? Valid criticism, but still, at least she left.
Yeah,
So,
because before they got married, so if you're tuning in and you don't know, Brandon is the Summer House expert, resident expert in Summer House. Also, most things Bravo, if not all things Bravo, particularly all of the Housewife franchises, right? So he's the king.
and
Give
he
him
has
his
great
crown. Like,
hair. He's really pretty.
Actually, Brandon, I just want to take this moment to toast to
Are you
you.
laughing at me? What the fuck?
Ah,
Laughing at me.
guess I'll just go fuck myself.
So was I, Kyle. So was I.
Bro, some people are so sensitive. Oh my gosh.
Well,
What are we
it's
gonna do about
funny.
it?
Kyle often freaks out at a dinner party because he's always trying to have like a speech, and people
Yes.
are often laughing. This is how Giggly Squad was born.
That's really funny that they monetize that. I am just jumping in. I watched the last season. What number is this? 6?
10.
Oh
I know,
my
there's been a lot.
gosh. Shit. Okay, so I watched 9 and now we're watching 10. Brendan has watched all the other ones. I have seen this man storm off from a table thrice now. I think
Uh,
that's like one too many times. Oh my god, what's wrong with him?
no, it's like, and he's done it plenty of times in other seasons. It's
He
just
just
his
likes to flip a
thing.
chair. He's like, is this lightweight? All right. I'm out.
He flips a
Fuck
chair.
it.
There's been times where he's banged the table and like yelled, and Paige is like, keep yelling in public, keep going. And then he ran away. It's his move. Um,
Mm,
but it's
the
just
drama.
the drama. And in some ways, I feel bad in some cases, like in some things he talks about, but you can only feel so bad.
Yeah, I support women, women. I
That
just
part.
support women.
We do.
So when a man is upset, I try to understand where they're coming from. But this guy, he lost me kind of quick. Like, he'll be like, I know I stay out all night and I'm not doing what she asked me to, but she's just so hard to talk to. It's like, Well, maybe if you adjust the first couple things, you wouldn't be where you're at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
once
He's
you
also
hear both
just
sides.
Yeah, he's also just so bad at communication because like he either can't get his words out or he's yelling. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I can't listen to this. Like
Or he's talking to a stranger for some reason. He could be
when
transparent
he's talking
there.
to a stranger, he's like amazing. He's like, oh, she's a fucking pothead that's dirty and I fucking hate her. But then when Amanda comes, he's like,
She's so dirty, man. We had to get her. I called her mom to help her clean.
I'm like, isn't it also your place? Why are you not cleaning? So should we jump into these
Oh,
episodes? Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna ask you.
Of course.
Okay, I guess just as we go on, I'd like to know if these things that Amanda and Kyle specifically are discussing are things that you've noticed before, or
Okay.
conversations they've had before, or things like that. Because I just want to like, obviously we're not in their relationship, we don't know. We're gonna
Hmm.
talk about what we saw and what we know and make our
Yeah,
judgments based off of that. But obviously we don't know these people. Okay?
this is true. Okay. Yes.
So buckle up because I'm gonna go in on this man. But also I don't know him. So I could be wrong.
You probably aren't, but okay, so we're covering episodes 1 and 2 of season
Yes.
10. I took loose notes, you
Me too.
know,
I really just wrote down funny things people said.
basically same. Because like Summer House, it's not as deep as like the traders or like things like that. Like, I don't know.
Mm-mm.
There's not as much detail. But with the premiere, they're going to the Hamptons. It's the first
Mm-hmm.
weekend, they're all driving there. But it instantly starts where Amanda is not riding with Kyle.
Mm-mm.
She will be riding with Ciara,
Mm-hmm.
which, in general, I don't think is that crazy to like ride with your
Mm.
friend and like he rides with the other friends. But the tone and everything else about it lends us to believe, oh, this is not
He's
good.
not very happy about this arrangement. She seems fine though.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it's okay. Like, this is a chance for us to grow and it's fine. And she's like, shut up. Like, what do you mean? Like, shut up.
We're literally, I mean, they are going to the same place. So, like,
That part.
Kyle, right off the bat, is just acting very needy.
Mhm.
Oh, we won't be in the same car together, but it's all right for our, like, are we in middle school and you're like going to class and you won't see me for an hour? Like,
Are you
what's
not going to stop by
happening?
my locker after geography? Okay.
Right. Like, what are we doing?
You're like, okay,
Mm.
Kyle. Anyways.
Anyways,
But Ciara looks amazing. She looks
as per
stunning per
usual.
usual. She has her braids and looks fantastic.
Oh, Brandon, hands at 9 and 3.
Oh yes, 9 and 3. She's like 10 and 2. You mean you fucking idiot?
He's a dumbass.
He
Well,
might have
let
been
him talk.
joking, but I'm not know for sure. I don't know for sure.
I
So,
don't think so. But yeah,
you
we'll
know,
see.
we'll see. But Carl has his cowboy hat, and I just thought it was so funny how he was wearing a cowboy hat because it's for the party. That's
Oh yeah.
gonna be the next day. But he's like, I'm gonna wear my cowboy hat. I want to be more in the mix. Think about me. Yeah, I'm gonna be more in the mix.
You know, these men are attractive, but I tend to not notice much about them. I don't remember a hat. I remember him wearing a hat by the pool and like doing a little thing, but I don't remember this at all.
He was committed to the cowboy hat look. But Jesse joins Kyle and Carl, and I'm like, oh, Jesse. Mm. And then we get West. He's bringing his friend KJ, which is one of the many new cast members.
Mm-hmm.
And KJ is a model slash skateboarder who's also from Missouri, like West. And
Mm-hmm.
off the jump, KJ had great vibes. I liked KJ.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 28. He seemed chill.
Yeah. West doesn't know if Sierra's gonna hate him or not. And I'm like,
Oh, please don't start this nonsense again. Oh my
not this
God.
again. You know what's
Don't
funny?
let this be the first and last time you ask. Good.
No, I was looking back at our old TikTok videos, like all our
Yes.
past TikToks were funny to me. Uh,
Yeah, we're so
and
funny.
I got to when we would post a bunch from last Summer House, and it was one of the ones where we were just like, West is always like, oh, Ciara talk to me. Oh, Ciara did this. And all Ciara did was ask, "Are you backing up from the driveway? Or are you going
She
forward?"
asked me a question. She acknowledged my presence. It's like, bro, you're so pressed.
But for real.
Uh,
So thankfully, we don't get that so far, but that was not a good start to where I was just like, not this again. But KJ says he used to be a lover boy, but he went through the trenches, but now he's just like Drake. And then they're both like, no, not like that. And I'm like, that was funny.
yeah.
We meet two other new cast members. Ciara and Amanda pick up Levi and Bailey, which is funny that they're Levi and Bailey because it was Lexi and Bailey last year.
Oh, you're right.
But this time Bailey's the blonde.
Hmm.
Um, but Bailey is like an influencer. Levi, I believe, is an event planner. We don't learn much about Levi yet, though, in these two episodes.
Levi didn't even get to introduce herself. I was like, why are we speaking for Levi?
I don't
Like, what's
understand
happening?
why they're making this like they do this sometimes, like Summer House in particular, and sometimes other shows where it's just like there's a main cast member, but you won't really get to know them until a few episodes in, even though they're there the whole time.
I don't get it. I was like, is she gonna leave? Like, why are we treating her like she's not there?
Right. And I'm like, I know she does it. She has a cast photo. Like she's introduces the main cast. Why are we not getting even one interview from her?
Yeah, like we get like Bailey's little backstory, and then she's like, Levi's my best friend, Levi, Levi. And I was like, why are you speaking for Levi can't talk? What's going on?
They're really
Like, it's giving. I keep referencing those videos where it's like, this is my girlfriend, but
Oh yeah.
like she's like, I like kind of have to parent her. Like, this is Levi. Levi, say hi. Like, why can't Levi
Hi.
talk for herself?
I don't know. They're really pushing Bailey, and I like Bailey, but I swear she said more words in these two episodes than West did all last season.
Yeah, and I like Levi's energy. I kind of want to
I
hear
do
from
too.
her more. She's really funny.
She is like the little bit
She
we
gives
see, she's funny.
Ciara. She's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm like, we need to see more. So I would imagine we're gonna, but it's just weird that like it's just weird she didn't get at least one like confessional.
None at all. Yeah, there wasn't one. I was like, damn.
I'm like, all right.
All right.
Um, but Bailey kind of said she wants to be the opposite of herself this summer and like be more like out there and try to get with guys and like things like that. But we learned Levi and Bailey met on Instagram because they had a lot of mutuals and they're like, oh, we should be friends. Um, they start to ask Amanda about her marriage, and she's like, I've been married for 4 long years.
I was like, shit, only four? Damn, feels longer than that.
Well, they've
I'm not
been,
even in it.
I know, right? They've been together, I guess it would be 10, because the tea
Mm.
is they dated a year before season one, but then he dumped her for the show because he
Oh.
like didn't want to be in a relationship,
Mm.
which will lead into a bigger point I'll get into at the end of the episode. Um, but they talk about Kyle's DJ career and how it's like a midlife crisis. And I think Levi's like, I don't want to like say this because like I don't know, but I feel like sometimes people will use that as an excuse to stay out. And Ciara and Amanda are like, no, that's what he's doing.
That's actually what's happening right here. Hmm.
You're spot on, Levi.
Hmm.
They arrived to the Hamptons. Some of the stuff for the party is set up already that West is throwing. It's gonna be like a county fair for the 4th of July. Um, KJ and West arrive, and then Ciara says to us that it's her goal this summer to be less rigid and less of a bitch. And I'm like, it's great for personal growth, but I love you rigid and a bitch, Ciara, so don't change too much.
Yeah, I was like, but let's also be ourselves.
Let's also be a bitch. I'm fine with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes people deserve it. We learn a little more about KJ. He said at 19 he went viral for a skateboarding trick he invented. It looked kind of
Yeah.
cool, but I feel like every time they low-key show him skateboarding, he's fucking up. So I'm just like
Sorry, KJ. Your tricks have not satisfied Brandon. Do better.
everything else has though. Everything else has. I'm like, model, okay, sweet,
Okay.
okay. Style, okay. Like everything else, but the skateboarding, I'm like,
Oh, but wasn't he wearing the same kind of canvas set as Kyle?
he was, but his looked a little cooler. It looked a little more setish, like it was a
Mm-hmm.
set.
That's
But
true. That's true. Kyle's
Kyle's,
really short too. I was like,
he
Amanda, are you
is.
taller than
They might be the same height, if not, she's
him?
taller.
Okay, okay.
But he is kind of short. I never really notice it until he's around like anybody else. Because by himself, he seems like kind of like tall-ish.
The way you said that, it sounded so funny. I'm dead.
Oh, Kyle, we promise we won't troll you the whole time this episode.
I'm not making no damn promises to that man. Fuck him.
Uh, Carl, Jesse, and Kyle arrive. Amanda does not greet Kyle, but instead just asks him to get the alcohol from the car. And I'm like, ugh.
Period. She's not happy.
And
Fix
then,
it.
right, the girls had left their stuff in the car, and then Kyle comes in. He's like, "It's about to rain. We all need to get our stuff." And Ciara's like, "Oh, you got it." And he's like, "Oh, do your muscles not work?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Kyle," and he's like, "It's about to rain." And she's like, "You're annoying." And then she tells us that basically it's hard for her because she likes Kyle, but she hears about the shit he does to Amanda from Amanda. So she's
Yeah.
just like trying not to be in it, but also is just like, fuck Kyle. So it's like,
Yeah. And then
um,
I don't blame her. It's hard to be neutral when you know somebody's like actively being awful to someone you care about.
hmm And then also like Kyle doesn't even help anyone get bags. He just like drinks a lover boy and like checks out the backyard.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. There's some picking rooms. Carl talks about his running journey.
Oh my God. Runners are so well, Carl is so insufferable. I'm not even gonna put it on runners. Cause for the rest of the time we're gonna hear him talking about, oh yeah, I ran 8 miles this morning.
Did you check my Strava stats? I'm like, oh.
So what's your PR? What's your 5 mile PR? Like, oh gosh. You don't have anything else to talk about? Damn.
I remember when I tried to get into running, like I would try to run a mile like almost every night, and I just hate running. It hurts, it's boring, I don't like it.
Yeah, I also had a phase where I was trying to do it more, and I'm like, I don't. It can't be the only activity. I can't just like run a race or it's only running. Like I got obstacle course or obstacle races are more fun, but
Mm-hmm.
running itself is not. I don't know how people
No,
do it for so long. Hats off to you if you can. No shade to runners, just shade to Carl for being annoying and telling us how many miles he ran so often.
period. Um, Jesse wants to be a bed bug now that Paige isn't there. And I'm like, you know what? Jesse, if you stay in this role, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna like you, but I'll at least tolerate you.
If Sierra is cool with it, I agree.
Mm. But Jesse wants Ciara back on friendly terms with Wes, and she's like, I've been praying about it. And he's like, oh, well, it's not prayer, it's you. Ah. And I'm like, shut up.
Hmm.
He's so annoying about it all.
He is. I love how she's like, I've been praying about it, but don't make a big deal of it. Like, please relax. Like, I prayed, I guess, but like, relax.
Yeah. He's like, I won't, I promise. I promise, I
Hmm.
won't. I'm like, ugh. Ciara and KJ kind of vibe. He grew up with all women, and his mom is a nurse, and Ciara is a nurse. So they seem to create a good foundation and seem to have like a chill vibe. I like their vibe
Yeah,
together.
me too.
Um, they eat pizza. The pizza looks really good. It's dinner
Hmm.
time, and we learn that Kyle lost his wedding ring, so now Amanda refuses to wear hers.
Period.
Which it's interesting because now he's wearing his wedding ring when they're separated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I'm not surprised. What? Tom Sandoval, he was never home. Then as soon as they break up, he's always home. Like, you just want to be annoying.
Yeah.
Um, it was funny. I can't remember who said it, but they're like, almost everyone's single, and then we have two people cosplaying as single.
No, but and it's true. It's like
They are. They don't even sit next to each other at the table.
no. I'm like, okay, now we learn a little about Levi and Bailey. Levi just got out of a 12-year relationship. And then Bailey's like, yeah, you've never even dated. Anyways, I was cheated on, and at Sweet Green, I got dumped.
And they're like, what do you mean? Like they ask more questions about
Ciara's
the
like, what
situation.
location?
She's like, well, I ordered him food. I ordered him a salad, and then like I spilt it. And they're like, oh man, that's $20.
The salmon?
What did God say? He's like, that is one of the pricier menu options. I was like, you guys suck.
Do we have a Sweet Green here?
I feel like I've heard of it. Maybe.
Is that where Olandria and Nick did a collab? It might
Brennan,
be.
how would I know?
They did a collab. It might have been a Sweet Green, and I did try it, and I
Really?
didn't like it. There's just too much going on with it. But maybe there's other
LOL.
things that are good. But it is expensive.
It sounds like a brand that would sponsor them.
True. Levi's or not Levi, Bailey starts crying. I actually think they both cried, but Bailey cried more. Which it was kind of a lot, but also like, you know what? Respect, showing your emotions.
Yeah, it was a very vulnerable moment. I was just like, oh,
We're going there. Okay.
that escalated quickly, and they all kind of didn't know what else to say because it was kind of playful talking about the sweet green thing, and then she got upset, and I was like, oh,
Poor
oh
Bailey.
no, my Shayla Bailey.
Uh, but she recovers and she's like, I'm ready to have a fun summer. And then she asks Kyle about his DJ career. And Amanda's like, oh, he did it because I wanted to start my own swimmer line and he became a DJ to spite me.
Clock it, sis. Wait, Brandon, is it, and that's what happened, right?
100% facts.
Oh
It's
my
like,
gosh.
essentially, I mean, we'll learn in episode 2 that it's more like the DJ thing is like helping with the business. But ultimately, where the idea came from and all of that, she talked about potentially leaving Loverboy or stepping down a little so she could do her own thing. And then he got upset and like stormed off and like I think called her a bitch and like cried. I mean, not to her, but about her. And then he was like, I want to be a DJ. And so it's not inaccurate.
And you know, when we get to it, I'm not even gonna take that as an excuse because there's a lot of ways you can make money. And you just chose DJ. I'm DJing to save my business. Who said nobody ever said that ever? I will pause, but nobody ever said that. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, and you know, I think it's more to not even the DJing, but the activities after the DJing.
Yeah, all of it.
But he doesn't get that.
No.
But Kyle does say it's been a blast, but Amanda never asked any questions. And she's like, I'm so jealous. Like, I'm as jealous as I can be. Like, I'm the most jealous. And he's like, what? And she's like, did you say jealous? And he's like, no, I said you don't listen. She's like, oh, I wasn't listening. I'm like,
Oh, that moment was awkward. I was like, damn, it's so tense.
it just keeps going and going. And I don't even know if we're halfway through the episode at this
He's
point.
probably called her jealous before for her to like react like that.
Probably. After dinner, Jesse and Wes join Ciara and Amanda in the bed, and it's pretty funny actually. They're like, we're taking applications for a new bed bug. And he's like, but can I have fun and be a bed bug? And they're like, do you think we're not fun? He's like, let me make a joke. And they're like, no.
No jokes for you. None of it.
And Amanda's like, why are you guys here? There's 2 new girls. And Wes is like, they're crying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that was funny. Kyle's talking to himself and he's like, every summer Amanda makes me feel like I don't exist.
Mm.
And then he
Woe
tells
is
us,
me.
woe
Such a
is me.
sad sack.
Because then he tells us that between January and June, he spent 1.5 weekends in the city. And he was hoping that this summer they could reconcile.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
like, so you're wondering why she's annoyed.
You spent most of the year without her, away from her. And now that you have free time, you just want her to be all over you and happy to see you when she already doesn't support the reason why you're gone. Like, you're Delulu. What the fuck? No, I wouldn't be happy to come home or like cosplay as a happy couple in front of everybody when you've literally been away from me
Yeah.
doing things I don't approve of.
It's just like fake. And it's just like,
It is.
I think they would
His
do that
expectations are
some
weird.
summers where it was like they would put on a front, or maybe not a front, but like not talk about a lot of their issues during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think maybe he thought that would happen again. But Amanda's like, no, I actually hate you.
No. And like that's also sad. Like you were away from your partner for like half of the year. Like that's she was alone without you for that long. That's not and you and now you want her to be happy to see you?
I just thought Amanda would want to be with me.
Makes no sense. He's like, I'm available now, bitch. Come hang out. No, the fuck?
Ugh, I
He's
can't with
weird.
him. He is. Everyone goes out except for Amanda and Ciara. Ciara's like, how are you and your husband? And Amanda's just like, I'm over the DJing thing. Like, we have a friend who's also a DJ, and literally he DJs and then goes home. And
Hmm.
Kyle just doesn't. And like, apparently there was some rumor that was written into page 6, and Kyle squashed it. But at this point, Amanda's just like numb to it. And she's like, it's concerning because I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, she's like, I used to like cry and get upset. Now I'm not even mad anymore. And that's kind of just what happens when you're like stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, but it's not changing. So you're just like, okay, I don't care anymore.
Is what it
And that's
is.
really sad for her.
Hmm. The next day, Ben the Australian arrives.
Ben from the Aussie Ben.
You going to jail, mate?
He's
Uh,
interesting. This guy
he
he has
is.
layers.
He does. I like him.
Me too.
I wasn't sure I would just because
Hmm.
he felt random,
Hmm.
but I like him.
Yeah, he's quirky.
Yeah, we learned Kyle and Amanda met him at a wedding, and he actually skinny dipped with Amanda and the bride.
Yeah, and they were kind of like making it weird. Like
They
Wes is
were.
like, "Did you guys have an orgy or something?" That's how
Uh,
Wes sounds in my head.
he does kind of sound like that. Um, but they are making it kind of seem like a thing. But I think in an interview or something, Amanda revealed like Kyle was there. He just didn't skinny dip. Like there
Yeah,
was a
I
bunch of
figured he
people
was there.
there.
I figured he
Yeah.
was there. Yeah, because
So
Kyle didn't say anything.
right. Um, Ciara and Carl catch up and they're both still single. And he's like, in another world, Ciara. And she's like, right. Anyways,
You're so funny. You're
he's like,
so
is that
funny.
whipped cream? And she's like, no, it's sunscreen, but it looks like it. It's
Yeah, it
that
was
kind I
really.
think that went viral on TikTok a few years ago.
Oh, I was like, okay, cool products.
I know, right? I wonder if it works. I'm sure it does, but I don't something about it. Like when I would see it on TikTok, people maybe because people would use too much, they'd be like, "It looks like whipped cream, but it's not," and then they put it all over their face, and I'm like, "But does it
Oh,
smell like whipped cream?" Like I don't know. I'm sensitive to scents,
yeah.
but I don't know. I digress. Um, Carl says he doesn't see Kyle that much since he started DJing. And Carl's like, it's actually pretty fucking weird because he DJ'd at Penn State on a Thursday night. Like, what are you doing?
That's
It's like,
crazy.
that is like
So you're just hanging
Kyle.
out with a bunch of like 20 somethings on a Thursday. Like those are interesting venues. I didn't know where he was going, but that's
Yeah,
an interesting gig.
I didn't know it was like a college. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But Carl's like, he should be prioritizing Amanda and like his
Mm-hmm.
wife, his marriage, but
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem to be.
Mm-mm.
It's about the time for the party. They're setting up. Wes and Sierra are helping, and Jesse's like, "Oh, this is awesome! Look at this. We love teamwork." Haha.
Oh, he made it so weird. And they're like, really? Put the camera away. Really, guy?
KJ tells West about his anxiety, and West is like, "Do you like it when people check in?" And he's like, "I do." And West is like, "Okay, I'll check in with you." And I'm like, "This was a sweet moment."
It was. I was like,
Mhm.
not Wes actually being like supportive.
I know, right? This is like first season West, I will say.
Mm,
So you're gonna be. I hope it continues. Let me not jinx it, but I hope you get the good West this season. I will
hmm.
say, him and Sierra were at the Super Bowl together, and they looked close in the picture.
I have no comment. I don't know. I don't know.
She's like, I support women's rights and women's wrongs.
That's what I'm thinking in my head. I just can't say it right now.
We'll
No,
see the
I think she's
journey.
very friendly. They
This
have
is
a
true.
history. Like she's been in like she'll like lay in bed with Jesse and they'll cuddle up and stuff. I don't want to read into it because these people are very comfortable with each other.
That is true. So we'll
Was anyone else
see.
there or was it just the two of them?
I think two other friends of theirs that are also like influencers.
It was a group gathering.
You know, I will say this, even if they hook up this summer, it's good that they're on good terms. So that lets me know that it didn't end bad.
Yeah.
So, hey. Um, Ciara and Amanda asked Ben because apparently he was on the Australian Bachelor.
Yeah, Sierra was like, so like how many guys were there? And he was like, no, I was the
She's
bachelor.
like,
And she's like,
oh.
oh.
But it sounds like it was like a bad experience. He's like, please don't look it up. I hated it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I just walked in and there were a bunch of cameras, and I was like, but what? What were you expecting?
It sounded like it was different too. Like there was at least like three other guys too. So
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
that's what it
Oh.
sounded like, unless I misheard. But I'm like, he said that the producer was like, you need to do better or else Australia is going to hate you. And he's like, oh, fuck.
That's a lot of pressure. It's like, wait, but nobody prepped you for anything.
I know, right? I'm like, how did you end up here? Because you're acting as if you didn't like audition or you didn't agree to be there. So I'm
Right. And you
like,
didn't know that they would be like expecting things of you.
all of a sudden I walked through the door and there was a camera crew. Like, okay. Animals arrive for the petting zoo for the party, and West is like, I love your outfit, Ciara. The animals are here if you want to see them. And she's like, oh, really? And then she like looks at them and it's really nice.
It's cute.
Levi has a corn hat that's pretty cool. Um, they party. Ciara and Amanda FaceTime Lindsey briefly, and we kind of get a little bit of Lindsey.
Yeah.
And it was nice seeing her.
Hanging out with Gemma. You
Hmm.
see little Gemma's hands and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, she like broke the fan. She's like, she's so strong.
Babies are strong. It's kind of crazy.
Um, and then oh, you see, Ciara told Jesse that oh, a part of me is thinking Wes got the animals for me, but I don't know. And Jesse's like, he did say that. She's like, really? And he's like, no. I'm like, Jesse.
If he was
Um,
smart, he would have done that.
right. Amanda says she's lost herself. She's talking to Ciara and she's like confiding, like, I feel like I've lost myself these past 5 years. So
Mm.
during your whole marriage.
Oh shit! You're right. Even before the marriage. Damn.
I'm like,
That's sad. This shit is sad, man. I'm glad she's free now, though.
I know.
Don't you think Amanda needs to be free?
I think it's free, Amanda.
I think it's time for Amanda to be free.
We need Amanda. But while they're talking, Kyle and Carl are talking, and Carl feels like Kyle and Amanda are drifting. And Kyle says he's happiest when DJing, and Carl's like, yeah, because you're getting attention.
Clock it, Carl.
And Kyle's
Let's
like,
go. Yeah, I mean,
I
but like
guess.
she doesn't give me any. Yeah, he's weird.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then he chugged on the keg for 36 seconds.
Yeah, that was
I was like,
weird.
is he okay? His
He always
neck was
takes it
red
too
and his
far.
face was red. I was like, who are you doing this for?
Himself.
That's so weird.
Uh, Amanda feels like he puts himself in compromising situations, and she thinks, look, the whole internet is constantly rooting for our divorce, and it's getting confusing to where I don't know if it's my thoughts or the internet's thoughts. And I'm like, well, that's not good. But also, like, it must be rough when the whole internet is like rooting for you guys to divorce. And like, I mean, we saw it when they announced the separation. They were
Yeah.
like, yes, finally. Like,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah, and it's like I'm sure part of her is just like I don't want you to be right, but also like how do I feel about it? You know, you're just looking at pieces, you don't know the whole story. But should I do this? You know, like I can only imagine everyone being in my marriage like that.
yeah.
Yeesh.
It's rough. I would definitely, and they're probably saying a lot of things she knows, so it makes it even worse.
Definitely.
Kyle doesn't know if he can make Amanda happy. Um, there's ways, but you don't want to do them.
Right.
Ciara looks amazing on the carousel. She like jumps up and she's like swinging around. I'm like,
I was like,
okay,
okay, go have
music
fun,
video.
girl. Yes.
Jesse and West discuss Ciara. Jesse's like, I love Ciara's energy so far. I'm like, shut up. But it is good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he tells Jesse tells West about what Ciara said about the animals, and West is like, I love that she said that. Now this feels like home. I'm like, that was sweet.
Mm-hmm. Also a little annoying, but yes, mostly sweet. Mostly annoying, kind of sweet to me.
Ugh, I get it. And then the party's ending. There's pie throwing. Everyone's jumping in the
Oh
pool,
yeah.
and then Amanda goes in her underwear, but it's definitely see through when wet. But still, so we're in underwear. And then Kyle gets upset. He's like, "Are you skinny dipping? You can tell me that." And she's like, "What? I'm not. I'm literally wearing underwear." And Jesse's like, "You can skinny dip too, Kyle." And he's like, "You're literally the worst mediator ever."
Like, why can't anybody on my side? Gosh.
Ugh. And then he storms off. I'm like, is he
And I
really
was
getting
like,
upset about this? Like,
and I was like, I was on I didn't understand why it was a problem. Cause then we jumped to episode 2, right?
mm-hmm.
She clears it up, and I'm like, oh, he's stupid.
Yeah, because she's like, I don't know why he's upset. We literally always skinny dip. I think he's just mad that I'm not having fun like with him directly, but he wants me to
Mm-hmm.
have fun.
Yeah, and then they show a clip of Kyle running naked into the pool. Not even like everybody's doing it. Some of the guys are like covering their junk a little bit. Kyle's just like free
Hey.
balling his way to the pool. And I was like, not you getting mad, and you've done it before. And she wasn't actually naked. She was just in her underclothes.
Yeah. It was, and even Kyle says he doesn't have a leg to stand on, but he just felt like ignored the whole party and it just made him feel
Mhm.
weird. And I'm like, okay.
Well, maybe go talk to her about it.
No, I think he should make a speech.
The fact that she hasn't even or the fact that like she even still sleeps in the same room as him and he's not even talking to her is so weird. Like you can't just
Yeah.
like open your mouth and talk like about your feelings. You just gotta be weird and passive aggressive in these moments.
I guess that's the way they are. I don't understand either. I'm like, there's no moments where you guys just like talk.
I don't get it.
Mm. Wes checks in on KJ again, and KJ's like, every time you check in, I feel better and better. I'm like, oh, this is sweet.
It is sweet.
And Wes is feeling a lot better this summer. He's glad to be on good terms with Ciara and feels like they'll get even better. Um, they go out after the party. And then Bailey's kind of flirting with Ben. And Ben's like, I get red when people flirt because people would think I'm a certain way because I'm a model. But I grew up really religious. So I get nervous when I talk about things like that. And I'm like, okay, layered, layered. And then this is where Kyle opens up to the guys about Amanda. He says, she smoked weed every night for the past 2 years. And Wes is like, are you guys having sex? And he's like, no, she falls asleep. And then also, the apartment smells like a frat. It's messy. And then I even called her mom and she came and helped. And like, it's still bad. And I'm like, this is reminiscent. And people online were saying it. So there was one season when Lindsey and Carl were together, and it was the season he proposed to Lindsey. But Kyle and Carl weren't on good terms because Carl like wanted to step down from Loverboy because he felt like he wasn't being appreciated and needed more money or like other things. And then Kyle got drunk, and on a weekend where Carl and Lindsay weren't there, he said loud enough to everybody, but it was on TV. He was like, Carl showed up to work coked out of his mind. He forgot his laptop. Like he like outed all of this, and like
Oh,
Danielle was just like, what the fuck? And then people online were like, oh, this is fucked up. So it's
yeah.
interesting that now he's kind of doing it again a little bit with Amanda. Like she smokes weed every day
Yeah.
for 2 years.
And it's like, do you even see her every day? It doesn't sound like it. So
Sounds
what
like
the
you
fuck are you
don't.
talking about? Like, her habits and all this stuff. It's a mess. Okay, interesting. You're not even home though.
That part.
Mm,
And Amanda approaches and they try to act like chill, like, oh, they weren't talking about her. And KJ's like, we got your back, man. Like, you'll be all right.
hmm
And Amanda's like, what do you mean?
Or he said like, "Oh, we're here for you." She's like,
Yeah.
"Here for him."
Why?
Why?
Someone tell me. I'll find out either way.
And I was
And
like,
Kyle's
"Oh,
like,
KJ, poor KJ. He was
I know, right?
just. I don't think he knew what he was walking into." And she's just like, "Yeah, thoughts, concerns."
Wes is like, why would you say that?
And here goes Kyle.
Cat's got your tongue? You can talk to everyone else, but not me.
It was a pregnant pause. He was just like,
It was.
I was, I
You're
was,
just very
telling.
distant.
That's not even what you were talking about.
Mm.
hmm
And he's like, you haven't asked me a question in years. And she's like, you over exaggerate everything.
I hate when people do that though. Like, you do this always, and you did it like once. It's like, bro, please get the fuck out of my
Ugh.
face. Like, come
But
on.
but he wants companionship and friendship. And
Yeah,
she's
and I
like,
want you to come home at night. The fuck? Fuck off.
I want you to act like you like me and like to be around
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Uh,
bare minimum shit.
He ends up storming off, and then Amanda's like, it's just unfair because I put up with so much for so long, and now he's acting like I'm ruining his life. Um, the night kind of ends. Kyle gets so drunk that Carl's just like, I don't know. Like he's like off the deep end and like going through something. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Um, and then the next day, Carl gets everyone bagels. Great housemate, I must say.
I was like, go off, Carl. You're on your shit this time.
Levi and Bailey are feeling him, but Bailey's mostly feeling Ben, I think.
Yeah.
Um, Amanda leaves Kyle to join the bed with Ciara and Jesse. Kyle's like, where are you going? She's like, out.
He's like,
I'm like,
yo, and then he just mutters down the hall, no
I
respect.
don't, nobody cares about me. It's just
Nobody
crazy.
likes me.
And then he like goes and sees him in bed, and Ciara's like, oh God. He's like, oh, why does everyone fucking treat me like this?
Like, bro, just leave. I don't know what to tell you.
I
She don't want
know.
to see you. Or
I
maybe
can't.
talk to her. Amanda, can we talk? It's been a little tense. What's on your mind, wife of mine? Have a fucking conversation, you
No, she
idiot.
always makes me feel like this. I'm going for a run.
Woe is me, I'm going for a run. Like, oh my gosh.
Like,
Oh wait, but Brandon,
okay.
we skipped over it.
Oh.
Did you see Levi's face?
Oh, yes, I have that in
Oh,
there.
okay, okay,
It's
okay,
from the
okay.
go. I had it
Right,
just
but in
now,
the morning I
actually.
was like, what
I had
happened to
forgot
you?
too. Like I didn't catch it until my second rewatch because they
Mhm.
mentioned it at the breakfast when Carl comes back with the bagels. They're like, she's like, I need to come up with a story for this, and they're like, oh yeah, the fact that it was a goat, and then we see it, and I'm like, damn, the goat got you good.
Yeah, it stepped on her face.
I was like, poor
But in the
girl.
morning, I was like, something don't look right. I was like, I
Right? I was
don't
like,
remember her
what
having a
happened?
birthmark on her cheek. But then like her whole cheek was red and there was like the bruise. So I was like,
It stepped right on her
yeah.
face. I was like, damn.
Levi, you are a G though for just like keeping it going and just being like, I need a story for this one. Like, introduce us to her. She's
I know.
cool.
More Levi. They all leave. And then we see some things in the city. We see KJ skateboarding. This is where he kind of messes up. Um, we randomly see Ben watering his plants. And then we get Lindsey, and she goes out with Ciara.
Hey, Mom Bob.
I know she brings back the mom bob, or like she doesn't like it a mom bob. She calls it vintage Lindsey,
Mm.
because she used to have a bob. But she tells us she's so proud of Gemma, and honestly, I'm just so proud of myself. And I'm like, oh, Lindsay,
You
never
sounded just
change.
like her.
Oh,
I'm free. Gemma's free.
I broke up with Turner, and it's just like amazing. Like I went through it,
Amazing.
and it's great.
hmm
Amanda joins, and Lindsay talks about how she's not going to come like this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend she will. And then Kyle says that Lindsay says that Kyle called her and vented about Amanda and about the weekend. And Amanda's like, literally, like, here's the thing. I'm sure he does feel alone because I'm literally getting constant DMs. There's countless rumors about him. And literally, there was one time in February where he went out with his brother and then he didn't come home till 6 in the morning because he fell asleep at a fan's house. And a lot of people were shocked that we got this story so early.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was gonna come much later. I was like, fall asleep at a fan's house? Why are you even going to a fan's house? You're a married man.
I know. I'm like, what? And this is the issue. It's just what you do after everything. You stay out too
Mm-hmm.
late and you do too many crazy things. Like,
But
that's
Amanda doesn't want to
inappropriate.
talk to me. Like, of course she doesn't. I wouldn't. What the fuck? What do you mean you fell asleep at a fan's house? That's also really unsafe. You just trust people. You just go to people's
Right.
houses. Like, that's weird.
And Amanda or Lindsey and Ciara are just like, that's fucking insane, Amanda. Like, what the fuck? And Amanda's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can deal with this like much longer. Like, I feel like I've been dealing
Mm.
with this for way too long. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you have.
You
Um,
definitely have. Poor girl.
I know. We see Bailey's influencer job, and she has like her show It Girl, where she
It's
does.
cute.
It is cute. She does like fashion interviews and things like that. I like
Yeah.
seeing this. I liked her whole thing about like wanting like seeing the on the street things and like wanting to like get to know the people more. Like she's like, you were interviewing the editor in chief of Nylon. Like, how could you not ask more questions? And I'm like, I really like that concept. I will say, just to be a little
Yeah.
shady, it's a little funny to me that she's into fashion because I have not liked one thing she's worn.
Oop, oop, oop. Also, this like street show thing's not new.
Yeah.
It's just a different topic.
Yeah.
There's this one guy. Have you seen Gator?
Maybe.
He's like interviewed like Renee Rapp.
Oh.
Wait, is it Gator? Okay, I'm gonna find the actual name so I can give this
LOL.
person their flowers.
I think there's one I've seen that's like, Are You Well? Or something like that. And it's this girl and she's pretty funny. But otherwise, you know what? Good for Bailey though. She's hustling and she makes a lot of money. Her boyfriend before had said, "Oh, it's not a real thing or anything," and she's like, "Oh, I make real money and I'm paying rent and I'm taking us on vacations."
Listen, if there's one thing Bailey's gonna do, she's gonna drag her ex. Yeah,
She
he was
is.
awful.
Yeah,
He
he was
didn't support my
terrible.
business.
It's support my business. He didn't do this. He broke up with me in a sweet green. Did I tell you the suitcases were outside? Uh,
And I'm so sorry. It is called Gator, and it's
okay.
actually really funny. Y'all should watch it. I
Okay.
saw Renee Rapp's interview.
Okay.
Um, it's funny. Oh, they interviewed Chaperone too.
Oh, nice. I'll have
Very
to check
cool,
that out.
cool. Hmm.
All right. Shout out Gator. Um, Kyle and Carl chat. And Kyle says he's embarrassed and ashamed of his behavior. Which, okay.
Oh
Right
gosh.
road so far. And then he says, though, I've been in a lot of pressure with Loverboy. And it's literally like this every summer. Every summer, he says how Loverboy is on the brink of bankruptcy or of like closing and like all this. And it's just like, how is okay?
Yeah.
He had to put $500,000 to save Loverboy, and he hasn't taken a salary since October. So the DJing has really helped make money.
That sounds stupid to me. Like
Yeah.
you maybe I just don't understand business, but like maybe you like cut corners where you can but not getting paid. That's interesting. I get that it's yours though, so maybe you take the L there, but the substitute being let me go DJ for money, can't do anything else. Like
Yeah.
that's an interesting income source. Like you're a business owner. I'm sure you have skills, right? Like I don't know. It's just a weird thing to say. Like oh, I'm DJing to put food on the table, or my skills are needed. Like at Penn State.
Right. And it's just like, because he'll even say, he's like, oh, I don't think me and Amanda are on the brink of collapse. But he's like, I try to put an effort and it's not reciprocated. And I'm just like, and he's like,
What
oh,
effort?
when Amanda like talks about DJing, she kind of flips it to be something that it's not. And like, I'm not going to correct her. And it's like, well, what would you say to correct? Because I think the main issue, again, isn't necessarily the DJing, it's you staying out late after the DJing.
Yeah, it's the weird activities when you're like blackout drunk that you do often.
Yeah.
I don't know. His behavior is weird. Like even showing the party that they went to, I can't over the weekend. They like got back at 4 a.m. He slept for like 4 hours and was awake and just doing stuff. I'm like, how do you function, Kyle?
I
I don't
don't
know how you do
understand. He's
that.
always been like that. I'm like, I could never.
And he seemed like fine. I'm like, yo, your alcohol tolerance is crazy. Like, you're not
It
hungover and you
is.
went on a jog? Like, what?
You ran the streets of the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's
Um,
crazy. And it's just like, I don't know.
and then he alluded to like how instead of like he's paid to like go to these venues and then maybe it helps Loverboy somehow. Like I don't know if they're sponsoring it or something. So
Probably
maybe that
something like
makes some
that.
sense, but
It's
I don't
not
know
like,
about this DJing for money.
yeah, you DJ for money?
She's a dancer, dancer for money.
Money for dancing. uh, we get to the weekend. They all get there. Amanda goes out to the back and sees new furniture, and she's like laying down. He's like, Kyle walks in. He's like, I assume it's proper outdoor furniture. And she's like, I don't fucking know, Kyle. I didn't check the label. uh,
And he proceeds to tell us that they haven't spoken.
yeah, Amanda's like, we haven't spoken like at all since last weekend. I'm like, well, that will do it.
You're a dumbass. Talking about patio furniture.
Right. Wes wears white pleats. And look, I actually am fond of Wes's style. I feel like he tries new things. I'm here for it, but I didn't like this outfit.
I don't like anything he's in. I don't see it. I'm so sorry, Ciara. I don't see it. I don't see it. Jesse,
Oh,
even Carl, I don't see it in West. I don't know. I don't know if it's the hair. I don't know. I don't see it.
you
Of the
got,
guys, I think he's the least attractive to me.
the thing with Wes is it's really his personality that puts him up there.
Yeah?
And he's like, I mean, you you haven't
I
seen
hate his
it because you only saw it
personality.
really last summer. Last time wasn't great.
Yeah, yeah.
But I feel like when you see more, you'll like him more.
All right.
He's also very outspoken online about like issues and social justice and all this. So
Word?
like, he's got good qualities. He's
Hmm.
well-rounded. Not me being a West stan. I'm like, the thing about West, like West is actually really cool. You just don't get it.
I just don't know. Hey, I might change my mind. I've had changes of hearts, but of heart. Change of heart? I can have a change of heart.
Yeah. Also, if you don't, that's fine. Who cares? Um, Ciara brings her new friend Mia, or like new to us, but they've been friends.
Yeah.
And Mia works in real estate. And we get to know Mia a little bit. She says she used to be shy, but she worked at the Box, which she said was like a sex club, and it forced her to like open up and like
Yeah.
get out of her shell. And she's like, I haven't shut the fuck up since. And I'm like, I like you, Mia. You seem cool.
She seems fun.
Very pretty too.
She's super pretty.
Mia takes over Jesse's room. I'm like, period. Um, Outside, it's revealed.
Yeah, because Ciara walks her through West. She's like, this one's available. That sounds like, and then the bottom, it's like West's room. This one's available. Jesse's room. She's like, I'll take this one. Mia's room.
Period. She's like, is anyone staying in here? She's like, it doesn't matter.
hmm
We learned that last weekend Kyle fell at the club, and everyone, including the venue, thought he was like at his limit.
Yeah.
And Amanda's like,
And he left
wow,
his
what a
credit
smart
card
decision.
there.
Oh yeah. I'm like, Kyle,
What?
I can't. And Amanda's just like trolling him and it's just like, oh, great decision, Kyle. And like, he's like, you act like I didn't learn from it. And she's like, this 17th time. And Wes is like, well, that's happened to me 17 times. And Amanda's like, are you married?
Mm.
No, so shut up. And
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's like, settle down. And she's like, what? And then she like walks away. And I'm like, oh God, not this again.
And then he goes, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
It's like being married to a cactus. She's prickly as fuck. I'm like, oh,
But it's like the weaponized incompetence. Like you don't understand what I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. You think your wife wants to hear that you were so drunk you fell and
right.
you left your credit card behind and you're just being a dumbass when like drinking is an area of concern of hers and also how late you stay out. So you stay out late and you act like an idiot. Like you have no sense and then I'm supposed and you claim to have learned from it even though you do this like every night.
Yeah. It's stupid.
He's a narcissist, I think. He doesn't accept any kind of feedback from her ever.
He
There's
doesn't.
always an excuse or something weird.
Yeah. And
Like,
again, yeah, he just always acts clueless. I'm like, I feel like she's being clear.
yeah, he's like Tom Schwartz and Sandoval. Like, you don't.
Oh, what a combo.
What do you mean? Like, you don't think I learned from it? The incident last night. What do you?
Last week, and we haven't really spoken about it since. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Mm. Levi and Bailey are like, what the fuck is going on? They're like always fighting in front of us.
It's awkward. I kind of feel
Uh,
bad for them.
I know, right? And then we get a sweet moment with Ciara and KJ. And
Mm-hmm.
they open up about like growing up. And like Ciara talks about like her mom and like how she grew up in a predominantly like all white area. And
Mm-hmm.
then KJ talks about his experience as well, like growing up black and things like that. And just like how I think he said his grandfather told him something. And then like Ciara's mom would tell her like to like roll your windows up or something, like don't put the music
Yeah,
too
put the
loud.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're like sharing experiences and it's really good, really nice and insightful. Um, and also, just like I was hearing other podcasts, and they were basically like, "This is why representation matters." And I'm like, "Period," because Summer House, low key, like, just used to always have like just white people
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
Ciara came, and like it was like during COVID, and I'm like, I don't
right.
know. It's weird how a lot of shows were like that at one point.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they can have these kind of conversations together in a way that's different than having them with somebody who hasn't experienced it.
hmm It's like reminds me, remember Big Brother? They did that whole thing where it was like it was that new rule where like half the cast had to be like
Oh, yeah.
DEI, and
Hmm.
then that's when the cookout happened.
Yeah.
Um, so it's just great, and we love seeing KJ and Sierra, and then he opens up about wanting to step up because his mom, like he was the only man in the house and things like that. And then
Hmm.
Sierra talks about her parents' divorce and not wanting to repeat the cycle. And she's just like crying about it. And I'm like, oh no, she's crying. But then he's like, don't even
Yeah.
worry about it. You should be able to cry.
I was
I'm like,
like, thanks, KJ. That's so sweet.
oh,
And seeing Sierra, we've heard Sierra talk about her parents before, but
mm-hmm.
it was just nice that he was like really there for her. And this is
Yeah.
where she's like, I'm really trying to be less rigid. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, sis, I support it.
All right, fine, fine. We get it. I must also say too, because I haven't been mentioning it for some reason, every confessional look, Sierra looks stunning. Not that
As per
that's
usual.
surprising, but
Oh,
like there's one she has a bob, and I'm like, okay, bob. We like a
yeah.
bob.
Mhm.
Um, but then we get to dinner, and Ciara and Mia had cooked, and
Mm-hmm.
they made like chicken and pasta, chicken cutlets and pasta. It looked really good.
It did.
Kyle gives a cheers and then starts an apology. And Amanda's just like smirking. And Ciara's like, is this speech about you?
Like, is he fucking apologizing to you right now?
And
And
Kyle's
it's
like,
kind of loud.
it is. I was like, ooh, that should have been a little more whispered, but still funny.
Yeah.
And then Kyle's just like, I don't know, why are you talking over me, Ciara? You just love to talk over me. And she's like, I love to talk over you. And then he takes like 18 pregnant pauses and then kind of gets back to it.
Hmm.
And then the whole time Amanda's just like,
Like, you good, bro? And it's
Why are you making that
awkward.
face? Because you should just be apologizing to me, not the table. I apologize Sunday. Oh, I'm just gonna go fuck myself. And he like flips the chair, walks away. He's like, sometimes I just feel like I need to address the group. And she's like, okay, but like, I don't think you need to make it their issue. And he's like, yeah, but like Ciara just talked over me. It's like she was laughing at me. So was I.
Now we all are. We're all laughing at you, Kyle.
I'm like,
Bro, you know my
Kyle.
favorite part, Brandon? It's just the sound of plates and people eating
I know, where it was
during
so
this
quiet.
long.
I'm like, this is
You,
awkward.
you see the like, you hear the little like knives scuffling, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, poor Bailey. She was just trying to eat, and he kept going, and she just sat back and looked at him like, I guess I'll wait for him to be done.
It's so like it's I guess it's fine to apologize to the group, like, but only after you apologize or at least talked it out with Amanda and are on good
Yeah.
terms with her about it.
Right. And then he's like, "Well, I did that already." And it's like, "Okay, so then what is the purpose of this?"
Right. He just loves to hold court and like
He
really like have
does.
a moment. And it's
He
just
wants to
like
take up space.
also, I'm sorry, I actually don't think you should be apologizing to everybody because what are you apologizing to them for?
What'd you do?
Like, yeah, you like said something bad about your wife. Like, apologize to your wife.
Yeah.
If you want to say like, oh, it's just like he places himself in like such a high importance, and just
He
like as
does.
if he dictates everything, and
Ah.
like his energy dictates everything, and like all that, and it's just like, you know, like they're having a good time without you.
Right. It's giving last season where they went to the beach and he wanted to show everybody his cool new beach shorts.
Me and Paige made up. Like, I'm happy now. And they're like, good, Kyle, good.
Good. Like, yo, chill out.
Ugh.
No, but it was completely awkward, very uncalled for. It'd be one thing if the cast was complaining, like, oh, we're so uncomfortable, they keep fighting. But that didn't happen. I think he wanted to have a public apology for the cameras. It wasn't for them. Like, you just wanted to, like, you know that you got caught talking shit about your wife and airing out her laundry about the weed and stuff that you actually probably haven't told her you said yet. That's neither here nor there. And so you want to look nice in front of the cameras and say something to everybody. Like that wasn't for her.
Yeah. And that leads me to what I think the main issue with Kyle and Amanda, because there's a lot of discourse online, like, they both have their faults and all this, and Amanda knew who she was marrying. And like, I agree, but I think ultimately what the issue is that Kyle chooses everyone and everything before Amanda. He chooses
Mm.
the show before Amanda. He chooses his job before Amanda. He chooses
Hmm.
his friends before Amanda. Literally from the start of the relationship, he broke up with her before doing the show because he didn't want to have a girlfriend. But then he would
Mm.
like call her late at night and she would come over and like all this and like stay at the house. So it's just like he ultimately was choosing the show and leaving her. And then he cheated on her at one point, and then he
Mm.
proposed, and then there was even that clip that was going around from season 3 where he's like, I haven't flirted with the chick in several months, and she's like, we've been together for 3 years. Like,
You told on yourself, you dumbass.
right. And it's just
It's
even
like I've
now, like,
been behaving for
I've been
weeks.
it's been a whole day, and it's just like you're choosing the DJing, and it's like, oh yeah, like you need a DJ, you need to make money, sure, but then you don't
Sure.
come home after and prioritize her in that way.
Hmm.
Like, you're just like choosing any and everything before your wife, which is why she
Yeah.
just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Right. That's why she's over it.
She's truly just like beyond, like, so disassociated and just does not care.
Yeah. Even her listening to her beats at the table, just like, really?
'Cause
Really?
there was one moment too where I think he sensed it and got pissed because she makes the face and he's like, I don't know, I was just like thrown off. And she says the whole, like, you should have apologized to me. He's like, I apologized Sunday. And she just goes, yeah. So, anyways, what I'm saying is, and she just like laughed to herself. And I was just like, oh,
Hmm.
she like really doesn't give a single fuck
She's
and
over it.
mm,
Over it.
over and done, but the heartache lives on
And you know what the
inside.
worst part is? I'm sure he has 100 excuses for what happened in these episodes, and I bet he's like, she just never cared about me, bro. She just never cared about my dreams.
You know what's funny too? I meant to mention this earlier. Um, the thing about him sleeping at a fan's house, when it came out in the trailer, he like released his statement, I think to people, because he wanted to clarify what happened. And he
Hmm.
literally goes, I just want to clarify because it sounds bad, but the thing is, like, I went to a fan's house or someone's house and I fell asleep. And then I woke up at 5:30 and then went home. And everyone was just like, okay.
This is not helpful information.
That isn't that what Amanda said?
Yeah, and also that that doesn't improve the situation. It's like I just want to clarify that I slept there. We know.
We got it. Too
you
late.
probably you probably did some other
You
stuff
slept
too.
too late. I can't. But you know what? So far, the season's off to a strong start. A lot more depressing than I thought it'd be right off the bat, but
Yeah,
hey,
it. I was like, man, why are all the shows sad this year? Potomac was kind of sad. This is kind
hmm
of sad, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm entertained. I don't think I watched the preview for next week.
I did. It didn't look like much. It seems like more. Wes says he might want to make out with Sierra again, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
And then Sierra and Amanda talk about Kyle, and Sierra's like, you
Mhm.
deserve better. And I
Mhm.
think something else happens. Sierra's like, I want to be with a Christian man. And Jesse's like, I believe in God. And she's like, anyways,
You gotta say it with all your teeth. I believe in God.
I believe in God so much. But yeah, other than that, I think this season's gonna be good though. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it more than last season, if I'm being honest. Because last season I remember was like fine.
You know what's crazy, and I'm a little concerned. I was like, why did why was Lexi so mad at Jesse? Like, I forgot all of it.
It's easy to forget. And like, well, because
Like,
I think too, Lexi was annoying as well.
yeah, I think it was. I was like trying to put the bed. I was like, yeah, because they got together, but then someone sucked his toe, and then I was like putting the pieces back together, and I was just like, this. There's a lot happened last season.
A lot did. It was a lot. It was just too much of Lexi and Jesse.
Hmm.
And then like there was like the Paige and Craig stuff, which I liked, but we didn't see enough of it. And then it was like the spritz war thing, and I was just like, ugh, that part was
Yeah,
boring. I
so
was like,
stupid.
please. They like dragged it out, and then like nothing happened.
I do remember most of the Sierra and West stuff, thankfully.
That stuff was good.
Hmm.
But no, I'm excited for the rest of this season. And
Yeah,
then
it's
there's
gonna be
gonna
good.
be After this, there's gonna be In the City at some point, which is the spinoff with Kyle, Amanda, and Lindsey. They
I hope
dropped
it's
a
good.
mini preview, and by preview it was just them in brown and like by a park bench and like posing. I'll
They
send it
went
to
to
you.
Brown.
No, they were wearing brown.
Oh, I was like, Brown's in New
Kyle
York.
was DJing at Brown, and then
I'm not surprised.
but no, I'm excited.
Yeah,
And with that, anything else you wanted to say for the episode?
I think that's it, Brandon. This was a lot of fun. Our
It
nice
was.
kickoff to Summer House.
Yeah, I was worried it would be hard to remember all the new people, but I don't. I feel like they're all like different. Like it was kind of easy.
And they're not really taking center stage right now. They're kind of
Yeah,
just hanging out in the background.
yeah. So it's good. But
Hmm.
with that being said, I think that's it for today's episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Make sure
Thank you.
to rate and review us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And if you leave a review, we shout those out. On
Hmm.
Spotify, you can also give us 5 stars and you can leave comments on the episode. If you want to see our beautiful faces, instead of just listening to your beautiful voices, you can subscribe to
Hmm.
our YouTube channel at the Shade of It All Podcast. We post fun clips on TikTok at the Shade of It All Podcast. We have our Instagram at the Shade of It All Pod that will probably be deleting soon, but if you want to follow it, you can. And then we have our Patreon for $3 a month at the Shade of It All. You can join us each week to watch shows live. We've been doing Potomac lately, but this week Potomac was off because of the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
we're going to be doing it Thursday, which you might be listening to this before, but if not, sorry. We're going to be doing the traders on Thursday
We are.
at
It's gonna be
9
fun.
p.m. Eastern, but usually we do Potomac every Monday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Mhm.
Um, and that reunion's starting soon, so that's exciting. But with that being said, we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.